Hey, what is happening, guys? Rules for Rebels here. Figured I'd let you guys join me for my morning coffee this morning. This is just going to be kind of off the top of the head, shooting the shit kind of video. I had a business idea over the weekend, and basically the idea was e-commerce with a little bit of a different twist on it. Basically, the idea is you are going to be a small-time, and I stress small-time, niche wholesaler. So what does that mean, right? So I feel like there's a really, really big gap in the market for good drop shippers. Now, the reason I say this is because if you go on any forum, Reddit, Warrior Forum, Black Hat Forum, YouTube, YouTube's not really a forum, but you get my point. As soon as the topic of like drop shipping or e-commerce comes up, everybody's asking, where is a good drop shipper? Where is a cheap drop shipper? Who's a drop shipper who's not a total scam, who doesn't want a $500 fee just to look at their catalog, right? So I feel like there's a void out there in terms of there's a lot of people looking for drop shippers and there's very few quality drop shippers out there. Now, a lot of people are using like AliExpress and DHgate to drop ship to their customers, and they have some unique products and they're very cheap, so that's good. But the downside is it takes like 3 weeks to a month for the items to arrive to your customers, which can be a problem. I see a lot of people using like Amazon as a drop shipper. The problem with that is Amazon charges those sellers a 15% fee. So you figure right off the bat, you're essentially throwing away 15% of the profits, giving it to Amazon. Then you figure that seller's also covering their time, the profit that they want to make, packaging materials. So you're quite possibly like overpaying by like 40 to 60% on the items that you're buying off Amazon. Now, I get that it's easy. I get that there's no fees to join. You know, that's why it's attractive to a lot of people. But it's really not a great option for drop shipping. Now, we also have like dedicated drop shipping companies out there who keep like a giant catalog full of all different types of merchandise, and you can use them as a drop shipper, and they typically ship pretty quickly. They're typically located in the US, etc. However, one thing I find is that a lot of them want like a big upfront fee just to look at their catalog. Their product selection isn't always the best. Their products are typically way overpriced because they're one of the few people in that niche who will actually drop ship for you. And a lot of them charge, in my opinion, kind of exorbitant shipping, handling, packing fees. So if somebody came out there and offered a better solution for people wanting to get started drop shipping, I think that would be pretty profitable. So if you want to be just a wholesaler, you can go buy some cheap items off AliExpress, keep them in stock, and advertise yourself as a drop shipper to other e-commerce people. Or if you're in e-commerce yourself and you buy and hold inventory, you could try to hold more inventory, hold a little bit more inventory than you need, and offer to drop ship for other sellers out there. Now, a lot of you guys are probably thinking, well, the drop shippers I've seen, they have giant catalogs of everything from like blenders to tents to everything else. You know, I don't have the money to buy all that stuff. How can I possibly compete? I feel like there's a handful of niches most first-time e-commerce people go into, and especially drop shippers. And if you guys can think of any, drop them below. But some of the common ones I see everybody going out for is cell phone accessories, like computer gaming accessories, like gaming mouses and those extended mouse pads and things like that, t-shirts, and kind of like survival, prepping, tactical type goods. I think those are probably 5 of some of the most common, and maybe kitchen goods are some of the most common things people go out to, so or try to get into at first. So what I would do, I would select one of those niches. We'll say maybe survival goods. Now let's say you can go buy fire starters, knives, paracord bracelets for 20 cents, 40 cents, 60 cents a piece. And these are items that potentially somebody could sell for $6, $10, $12.95, $14.95. If you sell them as a bundle, possibly up to $19.95, $24.95. So basically the idea here is that you're going to buy, you know, not even a ton. You could literally buy like 100 fire starters for probably under 20 bucks. So you're going to buy, maybe choose 3 to 5 different products, buy 50, 100, 200 pieces of inventory, and start advertising yourself as a drop shipper. I'll drop ship for people. You don't have to set up an account with me. There's no fees to look at my catalog, and I would specialize in one particular area so that you're not having to hold all types of inventory. So like I said, if you're specializing in survival goods, paracord bracelets, fire starters, maybe like a water, a water filtration straw, those kind of weird. I don't know why I did that. Water filtration straw. I mean, pick 3 to 5 products, hold a bunch of inventory, and then go on forums, whether it be Yahoo Answers, Quora, whatever else. When you see people saying, hey, what's a good dropshipping supplier? You can say, hey, Rules for Rebels Survival Store is a great place to dropship. They have reasonable fees, blah, blah, blah. Now, the service that you're providing to dropshippers is you're in the USA, so your items are going to arrive to the customers quickly, even by first-class mail, figure 2 to 3 days. I would suggest, advertising that you ship same day between 9 and 6 so that people have a schedule and they know if I dropship during these hours or if I place an order, it's, I'm going to have tracking within 24 hours. And I think there's almost no competition out there for that niche. Like, yeah, you have bigger wholesalers, and yeah, you have bigger dropshipping companies, and yeah, you have smaller individual sellers, but what you don't have is somebody catering to the new sellers and kind of holding their hand. Kind of what kind of inspired this idea, there was a new product I was looking into, and I knew I could source it from like China or Indonesia, but I was kind of overwhelmed with the process. There was kind of a language barrier communicating with the people selling it. The design work for the template was kind of complicated. And then I saw there was a US company who basically made this process a lot more user-friendly or a lot more friendly to beginners. And they were charging, I think, 75 or 80 cents per unit. Whereas if you were to go to Indonesia or China and source this, you get it for like 4 to 6 cents a unit. So basically they were making, I don't know, what is that for? I mean, they were making like a 20 times ROI simply by like kind of dumbing down the process of ordering this product or private labeling this product for people who are maybe newer to private labeling or this product in general. And I really, I said, even if they make it easier, I'm not going to, it was still a pretty good price, but I said, I can get this so much cheaper. I'm just going to go try to figure out how to do it on my own. But the point being that there is money in kind of dumbing down or simplifying a process for people, and that's basically what you're going to be doing with this business idea. Like I said, I threw a couple ideas off the top of my head, like tactical stuff, survival stuff, t-shirts, cell phone accessories. But I definitely think you could make a mark in this industry. And another kind of thing I wanted to add, I meant to add this at the beginning of the video, there's a saying about the gold rush, and it's that not very many of the prospectors actually did well, but who always did well and who had a secure income all the time was the guy who owned the general store who was selling pickaxes and shovels and gold panning dishes and things like that. He was always making money because there's new people coming into town every day wanting to start gold mining, and he's always going to get his money. He doesn't have to find gold to make money. He just has to sell supplies to the prospectors, and that's essentially what you're doing in this example. Every day there's probably hundreds or even thousands of people who decide, I want to try to get into e-commerce. And they're all fighting over this, small little pool of retail customers. And there's really nobody out there supplying all these new sellers and small sellers with their goods, or there's nobody out there offering to drop ship for them at reasonable prices. So I guess basically, you order a fire starter off AliExpress for 20 cents. You sell it to these drop shippers for, I don't know, $2.50 plus whatever it costs to cover your first class shipping, $2.63 or whatever. You use a rewards credit card so that on everybody, even though you don't get to keep the money from the shipping, you're spending a lot of money on shipping because you're shipping for a dozen, 2 dozen, 100 different people. So if you can find a credit card that does 4%, 5% cash back on it, you can make a good, you can make 4 or 5% off all the shipping that you're buying from these people. Plus, you're making a pretty healthy markup. You're buying these products for, say, 20 cents. You sell them to people for $2.50. That's 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. That's 5. I don't know, it's like a 12 times ROI on your money. So you're making a healthy margin on every product that you sell, but you're not gouging the people who are using you to dropship. They're able to make money because they're getting the product for, $2 plus $2 for shipping. I don't know, we'll say $4, and they're able to turn around and sell it for $8.99. So they're able to make a 2 times ROI. You're making a very good ROI. You're getting a little bit of cashback rewards or whatever from whatever credit card you're using. And I could see this being a pretty good business model. It's not something that's going to take off overnight. You are going to have to get your name out there and basically make sellers aware that you're doing this. I would maybe make some YouTube videos, some blog posts, be very active on like e-commerce forums and like subreddits and things like that. But I could see this potentially being pretty profitable. So let me know what you guys think. like I said, this could be a standalone business, or if you're already in e-commerce and you're already sitting on inventory, why not leverage that inventory and let other people buy it? And instead of just selling retail, you're selling retail and wholesale. And this really doesn't take as much money as you would think. I would say you could probably get a catalog of like 3 to 7 products, probably get from 50 to maybe 200 units of inventory in each of these products, all for probably under $200 or $300. So pretty, you know, small dollar amount to get started. So, excuse me, guys. So that's my idea for the day. Let me know what you guys think. If any of you guys are already doing this and having success, drop a comment below, let me know. If you guys think this is interesting, have any questions about the concept or how it would work. Like I said, I'm just spitballing, so I mean, I know I haven't filled in all the blanks for you, but let me know what you think. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Any questions, comments, anything you want to say, drop them below, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you later.